This movie tells a story about a demoted police officer assigned to a call dispatch desk who is conflicted when he receives an emergency phone call from a kidnapped woman. First of all, this movie has an interesting premise. It seems to have tension baked into its DNA with its claustrophobic chamber piece style setting and metaphorically handcuffed hero. But against all odds, the movie somehow manages to forfeit even this seemingly unassailable inbuilt tension with a spate of bland directorial choices that signal a filmmaker who just doesn't care. The movie lacks dramatic potency within its chaotic narrative. The breakneck pace allows little time to flesh out the straightforward characters. The film's thematic ambitions are equally underbaked, including a third act reveal that fails desperately at addressing the ongoing circumstances of police work. The story never quite sets the audience up to fully comprehend Joe's motives at this point. What specifically is it about this one call that stands out from the others? And that is where the film falls flat and pales in comparison to the original Danish version. In the original version, the main lead has something to prove, and there's an actual pathos that's injected into the development of his character. The audience gets a sense of who he is long before that first cryptic call that sets the story in motion. In this movie, as Joe's mental state slowly descends, the script raises several interesting questions about the nature of policing, including the impact of split-second decisions officers often make without fully taking all the facts into account. However, the film rarely reflects on them with any real depth. At one point, Joe has the audacity to punish one person for withholding key information, while remaining oblivious to the fact that his own rash judgment never affords the person the opportunity to explain themselves. The scene is quickly diffused by Joe justifying his outburst as simply caring about Emily's well-being. Jake Gyllenhaal, in what is essentially a one-man show, gives everything that he can but is forced to play such a tired cliché that even his familiar mania cannot bring life or real energy to the proceedings. His backstory is straight out of scriptwriting 101, and before long the film becomes yet another tale of personal redemption and atonement. It appears the filmmakers took a different approach with quicker edits, jarring jump cuts, and wider frames to convey Joe's anxiety and raise the intensity of the scene. Unfortunately, it kind of falls flat in a one-location setting. Overall, this movie tries its best to weave in elements of a police drama, but ultimately ends up becoming a disappointing crop of cliches you've seen in every other thriller of this ilk. It lacks the depth to make it its daring concept thrilling. We do not recommend this movie at all.